Hey, I'm Big B and I Brick, and this
I've got
is Brick Stackers, and our guest tonight is Clutch from Bricks on the Dollar. Say hey,
KO.
Clutch.
KO.
Oh, excuse me. So, I'm sorry that a couple people had really shitty days yesterday getting brick. I won't hold it against you if you don't hold it against me, because I had a killer day. Um, it's all on where you choose to go and try to get your brick boxes. It's a big game, and you got to figure it out beforehand. I think a lot of people have learned or are learning that if you're gonna go and try to get it big, you go where people aren't gonna go after brick boxes, which means don't go to suburbia.
Yep.
Yeah, I am still learning, that is for sure. I hit on 1 out of 3.
So I hit 1 out of 2. The first one I went to, my go-to store for brick boxes. It did have SWAT at it. It is a store where people are going after electronics more than anything else, and it is also a store where gats be answers. It's a bad place. But I went there with the intent in mind that people weren't going after Lego. Doc, you went to where?
I went to 2 different stores last night. First one had 1 Duplo box and 1 Creator box on a pallet of mixed Barbie ride-along doll things and stuff, whatever those little push-around cars are. And then I drove an hour and 20 minutes to another town, which is home back here.
The next town over.
Yeah, the next town over. I said, this really is. It's the next Walmart over. And found a good bit of them there, and I got there well after 6. Thought I would get there and find nothing, but they were there. And then I hit a few today, and went to a very rural, small little supercenter. Found a few left there this morning, and then I went to a bigger one, and they begged me to take all the Duplo while I was there, and I said, no, thank you. And, of course, they were going to cut the price on it any, but they said they had no room for the pallets, and they wanted me to take it all, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm just going to take the yellow boxes. And so the guy bent down and helped me load up the rest of what was on the pallet. So I got lucky on that, and I would have taken more if he had it, but that store only had about 5, 6 left of the Creator boxes left, the yellow boxes. But they were real nice about it today. So I found like my area. I got out this morning, not early morning. This was like 10 o'clock this morning when I was at this Walmart, and it was very dead inside. I think everybody got murdered and beat down, last night, and then they decided the ones that survived it slept it in. I know my stores had 4 or 5 good fights from when I was talking to the employees that were helping me load it today. They had the cops, of course, were there, and they said they had several good fights in electronics. So,
How is the cattle chute situation at yours? Because I noticed that, unlike last year, everything from where you enter and where you exit the building to the clockwise or counterclockwise way you're allowed to go around the perimeter of the store was all roped off this year. I had never seen that before at Walmart.
we had police cars blocking the roads on the sides of Walmart, so you couldn't park on the sides of Walmart. I don't know what the deal with that was. They were scared employees were going to have cars drive to the back and just load carloads of crap up. I don't know what the deal was. They had cops stationed at each side. You couldn't go to the sides and park. I didn't have the cattle railing, the barriers in the front of the second Walmart I went to. The first one had orange cones and spaced out like every 3 feet. But when I got to that first store, it was packed. And what was weird was this time they allowed them to fill their carts up before 6 and walk around with everything they wanted. And that's the first time I've seen that. Beforehand, you had to wait until 6 o'clock, and it was just pure fighting and pandemonium.
All right, so that's what they were talking about a lot. If you heard a little bit of the under chatter, was Walmart recognized that they were creating an environment that was blowing over constantly, and legally it led right back to them by doing that. They knew what they were doing. They knew the frenzy that it was causing. So that's why I was able to get my stuff off there. That's why they were trying to get people and clear the aisles. For those items that are clearing the aisles and make it hard for people to move around. And if there is a situation where you have to get emergency personnel in there, they want to do that. So they were happy to get stuff out of the way, and that's why a lot of times they let people take stuff off the pallet early. You know.
Mine was all the way back in the beer section, the beer and water section. It was the last pallet of merchandise that went into the food section, and they only allow us to go down the middle aisle between clothing and the freezer section, you know, down the produce section, and they had everything else taped off. And I had one of those managers there, and I was complaining. I said, "This is just awful. It's jam-packed, cart to cart, people, 600-pound people, and the handicap things blocking 2 lanes." And I just couldn't get down the aisle for nothing. I really couldn't. And they would park and just talk and scream and yell. And she said, well, we're doing this to keep control of the checkouts. But once I got back there and got my merchandise, I didn't have a problem getting out because they made you go out down through the clothing, through the actual store and the clothing, no aisles, just go down through the merchandise. Once I got there, it was pretty smooth sailing. But
so what I did when I got in is I went past the SWAT guys and actually hung a right through the aisle that they all push you through to go and do the weavy thing for the checkout, and then just hung a left the opposite way that everybody else was going to check out and ducked underneath the tape, went into shoes, and then cut right over to toys because, yeah, they sent everybody through electronics where...
Oh, crap, yeah.
It's hell. It's hell. If you're not going after electronics, just stay away from it. That's where the violence happens. That's where the crazies be.
Yep.
So
my store was a giant question mark when you go in. So, if you will, you go in from the one entrance because there's a cattle chute railing slalom outside. You go in the one corner. You have to go up the main aisle, across, down the middle aisle, and then go down to the registers through right through socks and underwear through the middle. So it's a giant question mark path, and you can't back up, you can't turn around. It's one way all the way through it. And last year it was just Walmart, but this year it was, there's only one way you can go unless you want to go underneath the little ribbons they had everywhere, which I did. I went under some.
I only went underneath the tape because there was this old Vietnamese woman holding it up for me.
I went under some tape, but that only made it worse because then I wound up in an area that had no people, between all the T-shirt trees in the clothing section. I wound up in this area, which I had to go through several other tapes to get back out into the madness.
I went in there and I went in by grocery, the opposite side of where toys was, and I just thought to myself, why did I do this? Why did I not just walk the extra 100, 200 yards in the front of the store and put myself on the right side just to get out of the rain? This is just dumb.
They only had one way you could go in the building.
Harder because there was a couple people in there for some reason grocery shopping in the middle of.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
A couple people with carts full of groceries. Why?
God.
But
one thing I did notice.
I saw the craziness in front of me, and then I saw that open thing, and I didn't know where that open thing went, and it just was it's a dead end or checkout, and that little Vietnamese lady was just glowing.
I know one thing I did notice last night. I was reading some of the forums. They were talking about how many people were, stocking up on everything. Apparently, I didn't know that there was a big demand for these socks and clothing packages you can get because people were buying them in bulk and then they would send them into Amazon. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to anything else they had on sale, but it wasn't just electronics and toys. They were people buying. Today when I went. There was tons of people gathered.
I heard they have good deals on socks and tidy whities too.
Yeah, and seriously, they said they was buying them by the buggy load. I never would have thought anybody would be buying buggy loads of socks and underwear and T-shirts, but
that's the first time that sentence has ever been said.
Yeah, sure. But
I'd like to give a big shout out to Zany and Hypersync though for their kind words on my Instagram post. Appreciate it, guys, and yeah, I had a full pallet basically sitting in front of me, and you guys were dead right. People asked me, is this a good deal? Yes, it is. It's the best deal you're going to get all year. I'm not going to lie to somebody that just I can make a small profit on. I would feel like crap.
I went up to somebody.
I would tell you guys about it.
I had a whopping 11 in my cart, and I was walking past somebody, and they're like, "Whoa, you got a lot of Legos!" And I said, "I'm gonna need yours too, sir. They're defective. There's a recall." He laughed. So I was going around like looking at people with them in their cart, like a single one in their cart, thinking like, all right, can I talk this person out of buying theirs?
Yeah, I walked past one and there was like is that the Legos you're looking, or is that the Legos you're looking for? Like, I don't like those Legos, mommy. And like, all right, well, I don't have to give one of these away to you, little kid. Go scram.
I gave one out of my cart to a lady, and then she cussed me out.
I had somebody shake my hand because they assumed I was a master builder.
Yeah. As I was checking out, the guy who was checking my receipt just said, "Best purchase all day."
This little lady came up to me when me and my boy were throwing them in the buggy, and she said, are you getting all those?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "You want one?" She goes, "Well, yes, I do." I said, "Okay, here you go." She looked at me, she goes, "Dumbasses, dumbasses, dumbasses, dumbasses." She looked at me. My son kind of like, he was waiting to see what I was going to do. And I looked around, it was too many people. I was like, well, I'm going to be right. My son's here, positive example. Go on. And anyway, so that was my one. Yeah, the looks like I'm going out of the store.
You a dumbass for being nice and giving her one?
But I think she was mad at the whole process. She didn't have a buggy. She was, I don't know why you would walk all the way to the back, all the way looking for stuff in that thing and not have a buggy. But she didn't. And
I mean, it's not exactly conducive walking through there with your own cart.
Yeah. Exactly. Step one, get a cart outside before you even enter the store to make sure you have one. What you are buying is large and bulky.
Yep. Well, let's look at folks coming in. We have a girl and her bricks finally decided to join us tonight.
TF is saying he didn't even see anybody with any. So that goes to your other thing that you were going to talk about with the stores that sometimes don't even get a single pallet, and ones that get one of each.
Yeah, one of each. I mean, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah, the store across the street from here, I am led to believe, did not have any pallet of Lego in the least, because I was there on Wednesday night. I did not see, and they had all the pallets out, all shrink wrapped. I did not see anything that looked like these brick boxes.
Another great tip for folks out there is, especially if you are on a different coast than Eastern, you're at an advantage because you can follow Instagram. You can see how the pallet is marked. You can see if there's any distinguishing marks. I went on there. I just happened to see that Kelly had taken a picture of hers, had a big old balloon over it, that Lego brick boxes or something like that. And
you have a balloon.
There was like 36 on a pallet, 30 to 36. So I knew exactly what to look for when I got in there. So you got to know what all the little tricks and tips are beforehand, and you got to remember them this year for next year, because to be perfectly honest with you, nobody's going to tell you right before it happens the year that it happens. You're supposed to remember that stuff.
This is a practiced game. This is not a beginner's sport.
This ain't the JV league, man.
Yeah, man. I got a bunch of these. Who needs a bunch of these? Yeah, what is it? I don't know. What you can do with it? I don't know.
Is that a Hero Factory piece?
I guess so. Either that or Bionicle.
Good old Bionicle.
So I will have my brick boxes sorted out this week. Whether they get listed right away or not, I don't know. I'd like to do them quickly, but I don't know if that's at all possible.
Well, mine won't be done quickly, I'll tell you that.
Hope that DC got some. DC's got to fight off the large stores that are up in Seattle. We go have employees go and get boxes for them.
Oh, really?
Yep. I don't even try to venture north of my area to get any, because I know that that area is essentially taken.
Right. Well, I guess we can finish talking about those brick boxes for now, but I'll tell you that wasn't too thrilled with anything else that was really offered for Brick Black Friday. It hasn't been really good the last 2 years, really, at all. Seems like Cyber Monday tends to be better. But we'll see. I think Lego Movie did a lot of that last year where they didn't have to put as much on sale and they sold a lot more. I know some people scored at the Lego store, finding a couple things. They say they scored at 40% off. To me, it wasn't worth it for me, but
No.
unless you
Gingerbread houses are good, but
yeah, but Lego watches, and that's about all you can get at.
it's Lego watches every year. That's nothing new.
I don't know. I'm hoping we'll see something on Monday, though.
If you have any interest in Lego watches, you should only buy them one day here, Black Friday.
Yeah, I don't think those are flying off the shelf.
So to my surprise, Belleville figs are popular. Who would have thunk?
You might know the bag count. Have you opened up one yet?
I have not.
5133. Or sorry, 1533.
No, how many bags?
Oh, bag count? No.
Oh, Kelly would know. She opened hers.
Yeah, Kelly opened hers.
Might have posted a picture of it. She had them sorted out.
So I don't know if you want to keep talking about this, but we can talk about the art of staying in store, putting them on eBay, camping out all night, and then whatever actually sells on your eBay account, you only buy that and you leave sometime around
No,
dawn.
let's not encourage that behavior.
I think it's genius. I would never do it, but I am a student of crazy business.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, I can't prove any of that. That's just the way my mind goes when I see a picture of something that's obviously in a cart with people standing around it listed on eBay. It's just the first thing I think they're probably doing.
Yep.
Either that or they just got one and they're out in the parking lot like, woohoo, I got one.
This was in the store. I saw it.
Oh, man. Can't tell if pearl like gray or flat silver.
Is there a sheen?
No, this is the same piece in flat silver and pearl dark gray, it looks like. Thanks, Bionicle.
Do you wear that watch, girl? A girl Rick says she's got a wild style Lego watch. Do you actually wear it?
The one with a minifigure or one with those flat minifigures that are worthless?
Yeah, the flat minifigures ones, that's disappointing.
Also, I thought cell phones, no, got rid of watches. Watches wasn't a thing.
Fashion accessories.
It's a fashion accessory.
Yeah, it's always a fashion accessory.
I need to get me a pocket watch with a chain attached to me.
You never need it. Watch, you just look at the sun and see what time it was.
Half-past swoop 30. I can't believe how many times I hear the term swoop or the term scrambles from people I don't even know.
Somebody used it on BrickLink yesterday.
It's getting scary, man. Because I
They
created
mentioned your name.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Who was it?
Swoop like a clutch.
Yep, they said, did you swoop that like Clutch does?
That's awesome. I know the guy I was telling you about earlier who got a whole bunch of those brick boxes. He unfortunately said scoop. I think he got misled at some point. I'm not going to correct him though.
That's not the phrase I coined.
You're
TF's
doing it
asking
wrong.
a question, Big B.
TF, no, there's no Myers or mayors or in my part of the country. DC and I have Fred Myers, which is the offshoot of that.
I don't even know who DC is.
Daniel Clark.
Oh, I know who Daniel Clark is. Is Daniel Clark on YouTube? I don't look at anybody's channel. They comment on my videos or they don't comment on my videos. But I don't investigate. I know them as BrickLink customers. A lot of them. I keep forgetting. Somebody wanted to know many parts I sell in a month, and I keep forgetting to send him those numbers.
I don't know. I have an order I got to fill tonight after the show from Playwell, one of the many after-school programs that go and buy in huge quantities from sellers on BrickLink for after-school programs. Primarily purchasing the brick that does come in the brick boxes. So,
The boring stuff.
the boring stuff, but it still does feel good to know that, you know, we're able to help sponsor after-school programs with these guys and, you know, keep the price low so they don't have to get it directly from Lego, which would drive up the price of the program, and, you know.
You know they're not out there learning the tricks on Black Friday, so gotta supply it to them.
Yeah, let me see.
Fred Myers is not related to Meyer. Huh. Had no idea.
Different Fred.
They're spelled completely different. Although one of them is related to Kroger, which is also a thing I don't have.
That's Fred Myers.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But we don't have that crazy Kroger pricing that they do in other parts. So like B4C picks up on.
Hey, I'm getting that.
That would be nice, but they have our Fred Meyer's is like going into a Walmart, you know, like no SWAT.
I've been to a Meijer once in the Cincinnati area, and it was, I mean, I didn't know what to expect, and it was just a department store. I honestly didn't know what it was until I went in. Nothing crazy. Just Walmart, Kmart. Oh, I heard we were making jokes about Kmart last night, that they opened at 3 p.m., and nobody was outside waiting.
Now the Myers that these folks are talking about, they do like Santa Bucks or something, I believe, that people can take advantage of, and they'll actually have some decent clearance stuff throughout the year. I can't wait for my new Kroger to open. That'd give me another opportunity to have something local to go buy.
No idea. I'm just waiting for Wegmans to spread out to here. I want my Weggies.
You say Whitey's?
I want my Weggies.
We got them Wegmans. We got that.
I want my Wegmans.
It's the fanciest food store you'll ever find yourself in.
Fancier than Walmart?
You would think you were at the Ritz-Carlton.
I wouldn't know what that there is.
It is absolutely wild. It's a place I was talking about that they'll steam your lobster for you while you're grocery shopping.
Well, that's just pretty cool.
Mr. B, your lobster is ready.
Yeah. I have no idea what these Santa Bucks are, but I want them.
Yeah, I've heard them. They're pretty good deals.
If it were something like, you know, all the money that you spent here through the entire year, no matter what, will now be available in free purchase dollars for whatever you want, no restriction, that would be awesome. We would buy all our groceries from that store.
Yep.
A whole bunch of weird parts in here.
Place paper particles. I actually was the guy that bought lobster there. I used to work at Wegmans when I was in high school, and I opened up a store for them, and it was $5 a lobster for the entire week that I was there. So, I had lobster every single day for lunch when I was working there.
Awesome.
Goes all back to the fish. They like, yeah, give me a lobster.
Big B and his bug meat.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Get a quarter pound of butter with it too.
Heck yeah.
You're the only person eating lobster in the break room of a grocery store.
Oh, you like bug meat with your butter? Nah.
Lobster's good. You don't eat lobster, man?
I don't do seafood.
You learn to do it or just don't like it?
If it smells bad, why would I want to eat it?
If it smells bad, you shouldn't eat it.
Yeah, if it smells bad, there's something wrong.
Yeah. How was that shrimp you had tonight?
Oh my God, it was so good. It really was. It was so good, man. I might go in there and get some more in a little while. We had a little bit left, put in the refrigerator.
All these stupid parts. Oh, email.
So what are you doing with Bionicle pieces?
Oh shoot!
These sets have some really good part outs.
That's going against everything in the previous Clutch episodes I ever watched.
Yeah, don't buy Bionicle. Don't buy Bionicle. No matter what the price is, no matter how low it is, no matter what the value of it is, don't buy it because nobody's going to be buying it. That was the message.
Well, that means I'm the only one parting it out then.
Used.
We got all the silvery pieces. Anybody need any Bionicle? Pick up now. Got it.
Pablos no longer exist, Zany. There's only one person that, or two people, that might actually do a Pablo, and I ain't one of them.
Yeah.
I think they're the people who created it.
Well, one's the person that created it. The other one's...
T. Davis, 7580. I guess it's Thomas. Here. Zany just asked for crap because he hears it. That'll get you in trouble, Zany.
Got a lot of these. So I have, what, Skull Warrior, Skull Slicer, Skull Scorpio, Skull Basher, and then
Skull Basher.
some kind of, all the Skull ones. Except for Skull, Lord of Skull Splitters. That one's terrible. And I have a
on sale somewhere.
Matchmaker versus Skull Grinder.
Are these Toys R Us Bionicles?
No, these are just. I think Kmart had some on sale. Kmart had some sales in store that were cheaper than their online price, which is also on sale. That feels great when you do a store pickup. And then in the aisle, they have more of them for cheaper than the ones you bought and went to pick up. That's great. I love that. Thanks, Kmart. I signed up for their not Amazon Prime.
I'm trying to figure out if a girl in her bricks is making a lewd comment or not.
That's too many clicks away. I can't look at it.
She says you're not getting good seafood if it's smelling bad.
Well, I also don't eat mustard or vinegar.
Okay, T. Davis is from Mississippi. Cool.
There's really no reason to do that.
Spirit Pablo or Spirit Particles, I kind of agrees with what I'm saying. Okay, I don't think anybody ever watches a Pablo. I think it's just background noise, something with a familiar voice for you to listen to while you're parting out, putting away, or pulling orders, or building. That's it. I don't think that it is something people really actively watch.
This isn't even something somebody actively watches. This is a listen to as well.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that are pretty good in keeping up in the comments.
Well, I would treat this as a listen to.
Yes.
But I treat almost all the videos as a listen to. So.
I try to be there and interact with some of them. And I was correct. A girl in her bricks was being lewd. Uh-oh. Brick Stackers is working, wheeling and dealing in there. T. Davis, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to offer you a coupon, and I will offer you 1% better coupon than he does.
Mine will get there next day, so eat it.
Yep, it will.
I didn't invoice those others. Oops. Is N talk in the comments?
I haven't seen her.
I have to invoice her. I have to count all the lots, Big B, all the X's.
Wow. On mine, there's more.
I stopped
On
counting.
On mine, there's well over more than 20.
I don't know. I stopped counting at 20. 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Spirit Particles is waiting for one of us to swoop her minifig sale.
Oh, I didn't know she was having one.
Yeah.
That's
Big B's
more. Yeah, that's more Big B style.
Yeah.
No, it always takes a coupon for me to go check out a store.
Yep. Coupons will do that.
Yep. Hopefully my sonic screwdrivers will get here soon, too.
Speaking of Sonic, I might need to go visit Sonic.
Sonic.
Give me a cherry limeade.
We went to Sonic in New York, and I was not impressed.
You don't have Sonic in Pennsylvania?
We do. They just don't seem appealing at all.
Well, that's because you got the Wawa. We don't have the Wawa.
You gotta get that Wawa. Chris knows.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Buy 2 minifigs, get 1 free.
I've tried that before. That doesn't work.
Well, that's because Big B has before.
How do you determine the which one comes free?
Yeah. Yeah, how you gonna do that?
Because that's where the argument starts. If you get it wrong, that's where the argument starts.
I'm gonna buy 2 mini dolls for $1.25, and I want that $14 fig for free.
Yeah. Well, see, now it would be one of those mini dolls for free, and one of those figs for $1 whatever, and that $14 one.
My chair has lost its hydraulics. I just noticed I keep going down, so my head disappears off the screen. I didn't even notice that just then until I looked in the screen. I was like, oh crap, I'm real low. I'm a lot lower. Just watch it. Before the show's over with, I'll be down below my lower third.
You'll be even shorter.
And it's hard to get much shorter. I mean, it really is.
You can scroll your mouse over the timeline at the bottom. Just watch them sink down. Man, people are cutting it close on that $100 free shipping after discounts.
Yeah, mine equaled out to $100.13, and I didn't even do the math on it. I just estimated.
I had to update yours because I was doing the discount on the monthly coupon number, so it was like $1 higher than that. But Zany's, unfortunately, I did the 20% off on the wrong number. So I gave him about $2. That's okay.
I should have paid. If I paid, I would have saved $1.33.
Well, B proceeds a lot. Everybody's a lot taller than me, TF, and he is a tall guy.
Who is?
I didn't realize when you see the picture of Julian how big he is.
Julian's my height.
Yeah, I didn't notice he was that tall. In the pictures he showed on Instagram, or his wife showed on Instagram.
Every time I reload a page, it like lags me out. Too much internet.
You usually have pretty good internet up there, don't you?
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree to
that. T. Davis already knows to stay away from the open boxes around you guys' area. He's seen your videos. He knows what tricks everybody's doing.
That's the thing, is they're not open. They re-glue. That's the ones I was talking about. They re-glue the seal on the flap on the bottom. Everything is just like it should be, except there's no minifigures in the bags. They even sealed the bags back. It was really weird. But you could see where they craggled the box.
Ah, the craggle.
Yup.
Yep. I think TF Bricks is saying that Bricks for Chris wears his wife's shoes.
What?
Like, is that an innuendo? What is that? Is that like wearing the pants? What does that mean?
No, I don't think that's that.
I'm wearing pants tonight.
I have pants on. Well, this is an adult show, but we still want everyone to at least have underwear on. With their junk tucked away.
Okay.
Junk tuckers.
Not tucking like that. Not like Wild Bill. I'm not saying you should be Wild Bill tucking. So I ended up parting out that chess set.
Oh.
Yeah, I did the pricing on it and took a look at it and then saw what was missing. And I was ready to put it back together and take the loss and only make a few bucks on it to sell it sealed just to try to make it easy and put a smile on somebody's face. But then realized that there was a shield missing too. And that would have been a whole nother thing. Now I got to go and buy a shield, pay for shipping, and it all starts cutting in. And I was like, keep it. Let's part it out.
Yeah. Chris, do you still retain lots when they empty out?
No.
And then,
Heck no.
because I mean, I was just thinking about you saying that earlier today, and thinking that is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That was a learning ordeal I had to grow through, and I'll never do that again.
Because you were saying that you retained lots after they emptied out, and then you kept hunting down the same sets over and over again because you sold some of the parts and you wanted to, restock the ones you sold. Obviously, they're popular.
No, that really wasn't it. It was just I thought it was have a dedicated drawer assigned, and that way when I'm re-uploading parts, I could just go to that same drawer every time and learn. But then I started growing. I was like, no, this isn't.
And if you do it over time, you see that they don't make the same parts every year.
Yeah. So no, that was a bad mistake.
The reason why you did that, was so you could sync up your BrickOwl and BrickLink, correct?
Well,
Yeah.
You have to do that for the syncing software to work. But now I just go in when I upload new parts, I'll delete those 0 lot listings in the store, so I don't keep them. But I mean, I used to when I would upload new parts, I would look and see where it was retained, and I'd go to that same drawer 142 every time for this element, and that's not what I'm doing anymore. I mean, it still has to retain it for the synchronization to work, and then I just go and delete it out though once they're zeroed out, which is no big deal. I mean, it's just 2 clicks and you're done. So.
You play that up.
Oh crap! Did I list these yet? I'm talking, and I'm gonna get screwed up here.
So I recently put up almost the complete hull for the Black Pearl, which I was stoked to have picked up. I couldn't even tell from the picture when I bought it if it was dark brown or if it was black, but I figured if it was either, it was worth at least $5 for each of those center boat pieces.
I saw that in your store. I looked it up a while ago. I couldn't tell if you just got that in or you just realized. I couldn't tell where you were at in that process. I haven't checked it out.
I had picked them up earlier this week. I had just finished filming it, and I price it out and figure out what it's actually worth after I film it, so I can get a true reaction or whatever on video. That's what all the kids be looking for. And I had that one in there and kept looking at the value, and I had won it for around low 30s or something, maybe 20. I can't remember. I can go look it up, but it was worth $150, and I was blown away.
Yes.
Those are few and far between when that happens. Usually, my honey hole hauls are not as lucrative as they used to be.
Honey hole hauling.
Well, people have figured out where I'm getting it from.
Yeah. Heard.
So I had to run off a couple people. So BR is saying that the golden site has gotten good again.
Haley Bricks is here.
I'm actually bidding on a bunch of lots right now and watching them one by one get outbid. That's fine. I can play that game. I can bid on every single auction the price I want to pay, and if I win one of them, that's great.
Yeah.
I bid on a few things last week for ending in the next few days, and I haven't looked. I've just been getting the outbid emails, and I'm not going to look again.
Hey, Haley.
Haley, you gotta give me a commitment for Houston or not. You still, last we spoke, you were still up in the air about if you're gonna do Houston or not. I'm gonna get you on that floor plan.
Oh, about knock something over.
Gonna have 3 YouTubers at the Houston show. It's gonna be good.
Nice.
Houston.
Boosting Houston.
When is that show?
January 23rd and 24th.
Cool.
So you were saying earlier, Clutch, you want to get more into used parts?
I do. I want to go back into used parts because...
Wait a minute, I'm getting confused. Didn't he just beg everybody to buy all his used parts?
You said beg? I didn't beg anybody.
Well, didn't you have a big sale or something on?
They're still on sale. I want to get back into used parts. We went through a ton of used parts here at the office recently for BrickFest Live and pulled out all the good stuff. And just going through there, I would love to get back into used parts. I have to do it in a way, in a certain volume with a certain staff running it. Like right now, the only reason I'm not doing it is I don't have the infrastructure, the employees and things like that to do it. Especially the stack-ons, because I sold a bunch of stack-ons, which is another big shocker.
I gotta that was a really, really bad idea.
Well, I needed the money, and I had a lot of people right here who wanted to buy them. So.
Yeah.
I want to get back into used parts because there's just so much stuff out there you can't get in the sets that are out right now. And if I had a good system in place to process those parts and get them in the store, I'm confident that it would be worth the time.
Yes, it just takes so much time to go through them. I know it's cool.
Well, I wouldn't go all the way through them. I mean, I would only be processing them to a certain point, and only some things hit the store, and other things wait a long time before they hit the store.
That must have been me freezing up on that one.
Back in the day when it was, under $4 a pound to buy Lego, you could really get some good deals.
And I could just buy used and take out the good stuff and then bulk sell the rest, but I want more. I don't want to get rid of any of it. Maybe a very select portion of it is good to get rid of, but I want it all for my store. Alright. Way too many Pro Dark Ray parts. Skull splitter, run around.
So I am way far behind. There's no way I'm putting away those 15,000 pieces that I was planning on putting away this week.
What do you think of reading my emails from week to week? What do you think of how short I fall on a lot of the uploads that I say I'm going to do or that are going to be done because I don't necessarily do them myself?
I don't always look at what you say you put up and what you have put up. I just go and look to see what is up.
Yeah, because I often say, like, I'm going to list this week, and I'm going to sort this week, and then things take longer than anticipated.
Yeah, like right now I'm just trying to get up, Master Wu Kung Fu set, and it's just...
What is the Master Wu Kung Fu set?
The Master Wu Kung Fu with the Dark Azure Genie bottle.
Oh, the dragons? Yeah, I did 49 of those.
Yeah, I did 6 of them, and I went and swooped the rare elements from another store that had them 60% off 6-month average value.
Ugh.
Well, no, I mean, what you're going for when you go for one of those sets is you go for the figs and you go for the elements. You know, I go for a long-term. I do basically long-term storage for a lot of people on rare elements that they may not realize they want or even exist for years. So I know that the price of a unique element that comes in a set is going to dip and it's going to drop down and it's going to fluctuate and it's going to fall, and there's no sense if I'm going to be sitting on it for 2 years to buy it, watch it drop, and then watch it slowly come back up again. I might as well buy low, sell at the price that it sells at. Is that the black one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still the best color, I think, is the white.
What's the white one from?
The white one is only from Research Institute.
No, that's the big one. Talking about the big guy.
Oh, it's
like,
the
like the 6x10 size.
the tail one, not the rib cage one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not even black. Never mind. It's pearl dark gray. Can't we just get some real colors? All these silly colors.
So Dr. Lucky is convinced that yellowish green is actually glow in the dark.
I know. I love it. I love how many times people think that.
It is, but it looks so much like it though. Like I mean, I got taken for that ride when Series 4 Mixels came out, and they didn't have it inventoried yet, and I went and picked up some of the glow guys because they're called glow.
I love it. I love how many people think that all of these new sets are just nothing but glow in the dark, and there's 0% glow in the dark.
There was about half the pieces I thought were glow in the dark were glow in the dark. Like a couple of the eyes were glow in the dark, a couple of the 4-inch discs were glow in the dark, but I was really thinking that I was hoping for glow in the dark cheese.
They've had that before.
Yes, and I thought that getting more atomic cheese would be a good thing for the store. I'm also another color that I'm actively looking for, specifically because of Tublug and my fellow Tublugians, is neon or trans neon green, just for the glow zone.
What you know about the glow zone?
I know that there's going to be a lot of us luggers going to Philly Brick Fest, and I'm trying to make sure that there's a good source.
You want one of these?
Trans neon green. I will be getting some of those. I didn't know they existed.
Well, every one of these skull dudes have this sweet ribcage spider thing, and I have them in trans neon green, trans bright green, trans light blue, medium, that'd be glow zone, trans neon orange. I have the most in trans neon orange.
Good. You can upload those to your store.
You know what else comes in these sets? The carriage wheels.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of those in a princess set. And then I went and picked up 200 of them from some giant seller who had them for dirt cheap.
As I told you earlier, though, none of this stuff is going to hit the store until next week. This is just me sorting while I'm on here.
And how long can I keep my existing order open?
Atomic cheese.
Atomic cheese, brother.
Sweet. You can, I don't know. Oh, I got the one that's the thing. The thing that's the one that's the mascot one.
Oh, yeah.
I win! I got the rare mask, Bionicle, hooray!
You got the golden mask?
You got the super golden Bionicle master.
Now that, I like standard solid colors. This in black. Straight up black.
Very nice. I like that a lot better than the dark blue, yellow-green blend that we're now seeing in Ninjago.
Dark blue.
They've got a lot of those fusion colors, or what is it called when they're blending colors like that, Clutch?
Co-molded? I don't know. Co-molded is like the short sleeves.
Not when it's marbled, when it's a consistent half and half.
Co-molded, yeah.
Okay.
So I wish that this wasn't a business address sometimes, because apparently today is the day that everyone received their Target cubes from their online orders. And I won't get mine on Monday because no one was here today to collect it. And I have. Did you get yours?
I'm looking. I'm going to go look right now when you said that.
Everybody else is posting up pictures like, I got this in the mail today. I think it's probably attempted for delivery, but nobody was here. So I'll get mine on Monday. And whoop, whoop, here's the news flash. Street date in store December 1st, Tuesday. So,
Thinking of me because it probably shipped out of like Jersey.
I have one day to get them moved if I want to move them before the rush.
Oh, mine's in Montana right now.
That's not that far from you, though, is it?
No, it's like a state and a half over.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a state and a half you don't want to go through, though.
So they're supposed to be hitting the stores, you say, this week?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Well, I'm just holding on long term. My boys are going to get it. And then
I still have like 6 or 7 of last year's, and I am comfortable waiting for them to reach $40 in value.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine went quick at like it made a quick jump from like that initial $12 where people were lowballing the hell out of each other like schleps to where it jumped to 15 to 20 to 25 and then 30, I think. So it did quick jumps once people realized that there was not going to be another Superboy put out.
Yeah. I only ordered 5. I wasn't going to go crazy with them. Like I said, I'm going to keep 3. I'll get 1 for me and then 2 for my boy. 1 for each of my boys. And I'll just put 1 in the store or 2 in the store, I guess.
I just did 10. It seemed like the right number to do. And I was happy when they took them off the website, thinking like, yes, this is going to be a good investment. But if they hit the stores, and although you think when they hit the stores they'll still be $10 because $10 is $5 cheaper than last time.
So what I don't get is when people sell them, they cost $10 plus tax. Hopefully you bought enough to get shipping covered for free.
And if you have the red card, then tax.
If you sell it for $12, how much are you actually making, if anything?
There's somebody selling one right now.
You had to have bought like 100 of them for that even to be worth your time. Because if you got to put some value on your time. If you don't put any value on your time as a seller, you're dumb. You're just beating yourself into an early grave if you do not value your own time.
What about not having your own employees?
Well, no. I mean, not having your own employees is your own thing. I mean, my wife does stuff. My kids occasionally help out with things, and I do stuff. So, I mean, we're up there. We're doing it. We're still doing 1-day, 2-day shipping on most things. So, but it's like the guy who goes and gets a cord of wood delivered for $400 instead of paying the extra $25 for someone to stack and cut it.
Or rent a log splitter.
I'm going to rent a log splitter for $20 and spend an entire weekend doing this because I'm going to save myself $5. And then I'm going to spend the next weekend stacking it.
Stacking? No, I'm stacking his bricks.
Yeah. And then arguing with somebody because it tips over a month later and takes out the fence.
I ain't stacking the wood. I've done too much of it in the past.
Yeah, gotta value your own time.
I guess I can't remember. Is that Jima figure it's in that cube? Has it got a stupid cape on it too, Big B?
Yeah.
Did you see that city diver that comes in? It has co-molded arms, which is pretty cool. Then again, there's no way I'm actually going to open any of those cubes, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a diver. I hate diving things.
The one thing that makes that fig worthwhile, the co-molded arms. So I've sold 2 of those co-molded arms off of the Mad Scientist so far.
That's white top, black bottom?
Yes, white top, black bottom, and I think the reason why any of the co-molded arms sell is because people are looking for it and don't necessarily know what fig it came in, and sometimes don't care. Yeah, Lightning Boy. I'm hoping for Lightning Boy to be a score with the huge DC people that are really hardcore.
I'm hoping it doesn't have problems like Superboy did, like printing problems.
Excuse you.
I didn't even know they did.
I don't either.
Yeah,
Mine look good.
Mine looked fine. They all sold and nobody complained.
Oh, well. That's what I heard, is that they had some printing issues with some of them. I didn't really look at mine too closely. Mine are just sitting over there.
If anybody wants any, $40 over their clutch has got them, $40.
I sold a bunch when I got them. I sold enough that all the remaining ones I have are free. So I'm sitting on them. Times get tough, maybe I'll let them go for less. Although times are pretty tough right now. You have no idea what employees cost. You have some idea what employees cost.
I do, and that's why I don't have any.
I've got employees. I just feed them a popsicle and a sandwich, and they're happy.
All right, Clutch. What do you got going on this week? Let everybody know we got 2 minutes to close.
All right. Well, I got a weekend sale going on right now. If you didn't get the email, too bad. But you can sign up in any one of my videos. There's a link in the bottom. You can sign up to get those emails, and then you won't be left behind. But I'm going to be sorting some brick boxes. I don't know how long it'll take, so I don't know what's after that. But there's 3 Temple Air Jitsu. There's 3 Arctic Base Camps. There's 3 Ronin Rex. There's 28 Sandmans that are ready to be uploaded. There's 14 Chima sets. What?
No.
There's 4 Lord Business Evil Air. And there's this Bionicle nonsense I'm sorting. So all of that will be in the store.
Taught us to avoid, you are now looking for.
Yeah.
My theory is that Clutch is doing this to throw everybody off, so that everybody will do what he's doing now, and then he's going to go back to his old way.
What's the old way? Parting out used?
Parting out 400 of each set.
No, I'm sticking to a little bit more variety now than I was. Like, quantity's great, and I'll never knock it, but I'm doing some variety right now just because, you know, I can't afford to buy 100 of something and then hopefully sell enough of it quickly enough to buy 100 of something else the next week. I would love to get that machine oiled, but it's not working.
What about you, Doc? What do you got going on?
I don't know yet on what I'm doing next. We worked and cleaned up a bunch of my storage area up at the main house up here. Put some shelves in today and got that a little bit more organized. And I've got so many Lego sets that I've picked up and just threw down on the floor. And now they're on a shelf. Kind of neat, but I need to do haul videos for those. I don't know what I'm going to part out next, to be honest with you. I've got a ton of these Ultra Agent, smaller tan, from the first run of Ultra Agent, a little tan mechanical car that's got the big fist on it.
Fish tank.
Yeah, I got a ton of those. I'll probably hit those up next.
Did you take advantage of that Toys R Us flash sale?
On which one? The not
Yeah. That
I
Ultra
didn't
Agent.
get anything.
I didn't.
I got the Lord Business Evil Air instead of Ultra Agents when they had the 20% off both of those themes.
This week I got 11 of the Imperial Palaces going in, so there'll be a shit ton of tan. I'm gonna actually, for my next part out, I was leaving it up to the decision of the peoples of what theme to go for.
Power to the people.
And if I don't get a decision, it's gonna be Duplo.
You said Duplo?
I said Duplo. I just put the Quattro in the store, and I might go for the dupe next. I've actually had some requests for the dupe. And then this came in the mail.
That's big B diplomacy.
I just see a big bag. Is that what? Is that how it came to you?
Well, I'll be parting this out.
Brick sack.
Remember that store you turned me on to in Poland?
Me?
Yeah, the free shipping place in Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did he ship to you in a bag like that? Did you do a haul video on that one already?
No, not yet. This might be Mondays.
He did. It's
Brickzar
scheduled for
did
3
like
months
that.
from now.
Didn't Brickzar order one where you got a bag in like that?
I don't know.
Somebody did.
It was insured.
Is it all just like thrown in there and not individually bagged?
From the looks of it, it's all individually bagged by lot.
Okay.
So the same way it came before, but he's also changed his name of his store, and he no longer offers free shipping from Poland on any order. But that was a killer deal while it lasted.
Yeah.
And I'm probably the one that made him stop doing it.
Yeah.
All right. That's all for this week, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel, same adult bleeping show.